Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Normally people don't talk during speed paints, but I have made a decision for myself that if I have topics that I want to talk about but don't want to dedicate an entire video to it, I make a speed paint and talk a bit about in the beginning, and after I'm done talking everything I want, I just crank up the music and let the speed paint run in the background, because I want to post a bit more videos and you guys are actually interested in my art, so win-win situation. Little note though before we start, this video only include the drawing lines part because I lost my footage for the coloring part, but in the end you will see the full picture anyways. But today I wanted to talk about my original characters, or as original as you can get with Murron's OCs, but I kinda created my own little universe where I like to put my characters in, because I usually don't draw things just to draw stuff, because I like to draw stuff and put a story behind it. And because I draw a lot of different Monodons things, I have decided to make my own custom little universe with a bunch of headcanon and stuff like that, just to make it interesting for me, or maybe to you as well. But basically the character I'm drawing in the background, and also is my YouTube avatar, does have her little story behind it. Of course there are two ways to see this character. Firstly, as my persona I'm using on this channel, but also secondly as an independent character. And basically her name is R4 because, I don't know, serial designation R, and the 4 in the name is the first bit of headcanon I have come up with, because I thought disassembly drones are like the ultimate hunters in this universe, but what hunts the hunters? So instead of my character being a disassembly drone, she's a hunter drone, which is basically almost the same, except for the fact that disassembly drones can go 1 or 2 weeks without any oil, and hunter drones can go a single day without oil, without overheating, so they constantly have to go on a hunting spree for either worker or disassembly drones to sustain themselves. And basically 4 because it's the 4th one in the food chain. And it goes kinda something like this. Number 1 are solver drones like Sin, Doll and Uzi. 2 are basically prototype drones, which is basically Uzi with her meat wings, or also V from episode 5. After that the disassembly drones come, and after that, like I mentioned, the hunter drones come. And the hunter drones are either going to extinct themselves or are hunted by solver drones, which gives us a kinda circle of life theme. But the basic thought process of Sin was kinda like, A, the disassembly drones failed because they still had their personality left, so they could form relationships, and basically she thought, what if I create a version of the disassembly drones that is way more aggressive, so that it can form relationships and also can rebel. Anyways, she rebelled and formed a relationship with her worker drone. This is the second person in the picture. She is called Luz, short form for Lucy. And basically the story how they met was kinda like, R4 was out on her hunting spree, but the sun was about to come up, so she searched for a place where she can hide and found a bunker entrance, which is similar to the colony where Uzi and her friends live. Because I think there should be multiple colonies of worker drones around the entire planet, and also maybe some more bunkers. And basically R4 was banging against the door so she doesn't die from the sun. And Luz was inside of the bunker right now and heard someone banging outside the door and thought she was hunted by a disassembly drone. So she opened the bunker door and Luz accidentally lets her in. And of course she runs away and hides behind the other door, and R4 is safe from the sunlight and just hides over the day in this pile in front of the door, and later leaves at night. And on a scavenger mission where Luz was outside trying to gather resources for the colony, she was attacked by a different disassembly drone, but before the disassembly drone could harm her, R4 came around and killed the disassembly drone, and she recognized Luz and she felt bad for her because she saved her life, and they kinda started meeting a bit more often after this incident. And yeah, this is kinda all I wanted to talk about in this video. Kinda the two obvious things I need to still mention is, first of all, I'm mostly going to call hunter drones still disassembly drones, just because, and they are not physically stronger than disassembly drones. They have the same ability set and stuff. You know, some of them have more upgrades, like my OC has 2 stingers, but they are only more aggressive than disassembly drones, not stronger. This is important to clarify. And also I kinda need to mention this, or actually I want to mention this. Of course, two girls loving each other. It's 2024. It's not the worst thing in the world anymore. But a thing that I would like to do, but I'm unsure if this is kinda weird. But I like interesting and unique character ideas, so I have a little concept for her, because she originally just was a character I like to draw, and I later decided to make her my channel mascot. I kinda debated if she was actually a he, because I mean, I am literally her voice and my voice is not very feminine, as you maybe could hear. And I debated whether she was a male version of a worker drone before she got turned into the assembly drone, and because I don't know, Sin didn't have enough parts lying around, she was a female drone in the end. But I'm not saying this is canon, and it's just a thought inside of my brain, which I find to be interesting. But I don't know, tell me your opinion, how you think of this concept down in the comments. But anyways, because I want to upload more videos in general, I will make those kinds of videos more often, where I just have art in the background and I talk a bit about stuff I like to talk about besides Murder Drones theories, and maybe also other shows reviews and stuff like that, so that I don't easily get a burnout if I'm sick of making theories all the time. And also, I mentioned it at the beginning, but due to some unfortunate coincidences, I lost the footage where I colored the painting, so I only have the black and white image recorded, but at the end you also will see the fully colored picture with background and all that stuff. But anyways, crank up that music and we see us in the next video.